Today, we're tackling a mission that, let's be honest, can feel pretty much impossible for parents everywhere. Winning the daily battle against the car seat. This is the superhero seatbelt mission.
Okay, parents, you know the moment. You open that car door, your little one spots the car seat, and boom! Suddenly, you're up against the level of resistance that would make a supervillain blush. That feeling of dread, does it sound just a little too familiar?
Oh, you are so not alone. Welcome to the daily buckle battle. It's one of the most common, and let's be real, most frustrating parenting challenges out there. And it usually goes down in one of a few classic ways.
All right, first up, we've got a classic tactical move, the plank. You know this one. Your child who suddenly has the core strength of an Olympic gymnast just goes completely stiff and straight. You're trying to get this little person into a nicely curved seat, but what you're actually holding is an unbendable board. It's just physically impossible.
Then, of course, there's the master of evasion, the escape artist. You think you've got him, you turn for just a split second to grab that buckle and poof! They've wriggled, they've squirmed, and they're already halfway out the door, probably getting ready for another lap around the car.
And last but certainly not least, the master of psychological warfare, the negotiator. Oh yeah, this is the kid who will delay the inevitable with an endless stream of questions, a sudden desperate need for a snack, or just please for one more minute. And just like that, a 2-minute task has turned into a 10-minute debate.
So what do? How do we end this battle? Well, here's the secret. We don't fight harder. We change the game completely. We're going to use a superhero solution and turn this dreaded chore into an epic quest.
And this is where we introduce the Superhero Seatbelt Mission. It's a really simple but honestly super powerful role-playing game. Your child isn't just a reluctant passenger anymore. No, they are now a superhero. And their critical mission? To make sure the vehicle is secure and totally ready for launch.
And you know what the best part is? You can totally personalize it. Who's your kid's hero this week? Is it Spider-Man, tasked with securing the whole crew? Or maybe it's the Flash, on a mission to get buckled at lightning speed. Just letting them choose the hero, that's the first step. It gives him ownership of the whole thing.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Well, it's actually incredibly simple. Here's your 3-step guide to launching the mission.
Step 1, you assign the hero. Something like, okay, Spider-Man, you're our safety chief for this mission. Then step 2, you brief the mission. And you gotta make it sound official, right? The rocket ship cannot launch until Safety Chief Spider-Man confirms all seatbelts are locked and engaged. And then third, and this is the most important part, they run the safety check. They have to check their own buckle, hear that all-important click, and give you the official all clear.
So why does this work so well? I mean, it seems so simple, but it's not just a distraction. There's some real psychology at play here that completely reframes the situation for a kid's developing brain.
This right here, this is the core of that psychological shift. What used to be a chore, now it's a game. What used to be a power struggle, now it's a collaboration. You're literally transforming their resistance into a sense of responsibility, of competence. It's not you versus them anymore. Now, you're a team on a mission, working together.
And here's the coolest part. While they're playing, they are absorbing a fundamentally important lesson. Through this game, they start to learn why we buckle up. They internalize that these safety protocols are what keep a superhero safe during a mission, especially during, sudden stops. Suddenly, the game connects the rule to a real purpose. Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's really focus on the big takeaway here, because this isn't just some clever trick to get a seatbelt buckled. It's a whole mindset shift. I mean, the benefits are just so clear. You immediately reduce stress for everyone involved. You're fostering this genuine spirit of cooperation. You're turning what would be a safety lecture into a fun, shared goal. And maybe most importantly, you're empowering your child. You're giving them a job, a purpose, a sense of control, that feeling of autonomy, in a situation when they used to feel like they had none at all.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. The superhero seatbelt mission, that's just one way to use this creative approach. So think about it. What about those other daily battles? Tidying up toys, brushing teeth, getting shoes on? What everyday challenge could be your next superhero mission?